Hi everyone, it's Shruti and how are you guys doing? Do let me know in the comment bar. For this tutorial, I'm having pink and orange nails with orange gradient glitter. I know you guys are going to ask for it, so that's why I explained it. So let's start with this design. I'm making a spiral shape first, then I'm making petal shapes. This is a very complex looking design, but it's so simple. Let me just walk you guys through and tell you how to make it. Now I'm going to cover this flower, and then I'm covering this whole flower with a two parallel circles. Now I'm going to make the outer body of this circle a little thick. Then I am making U shapes on top of this circle. I'm making very teeny tiny U shapes here. One more layer of U shapes. You don't have to learn, fancy shapes to create amazing design. Just learn the basics and you can create awesome designs. Now I'm going to cover this second layer with a circle. Now I am making inverted U shapes actually on top of this circle. Always imagine in your head first before you are placing any shape on your henna. It just makes the whole process easier and give you a perspective how your design is going to look like. Now I am making U shapes on top of these U shapes, then making small U shapes on entire flower. Now once I'm done with that, I am actually filling these petals, just half portion of these petals to make them look 3D. Double up the flower to give this henna design more texture, and then fill the inner circle. Now let's move on to the band hand design. If you can see, I am making dots first just to make sure I am making this band on a particular area only. Then after making this band, I am going to make spiral shapes to finish up this look. So first I'm making a big spiral shape on one side, and then I'm replicating it on the other side. Now to make this look more fancy, I am making filler designs, and these filler designs I do have individual videos where I actually taught you guys how to make these. So if in case you are beginner or you are new to my channel, you can check out the description box for my online Learn Henna with Me tutorials. Now to fill this band, I am making spiral shapes, and in center actually I made a petal. I filled it up with henna, and unfortunately my camera battery just stopped working at that point. For finger design, I am making thicker two parallel thicker lines. Then I am making two layers of U shapes, then a flower just like we did in the center of this design, and I am for rest of the leftover area of finger, I am filling it with spiral design. For this finger, I decided to make this a little different, so I made just one layer of U shape, then flower, then I'm making this V shape, and on top of that I'm making U shapes, and then two spiral shapes. I'm making a band of spiral shapes here and covering it up with a line. Now to fill the upper portion, I'm making two layers of U shapes and then the same spiral shapes. For rest of the fingers, I'm making them exactly same like the first one we made. Whenever you are making any henna design, the bestest henna design you can make only if you will think about how to lay out each and every shape, and what should be the how big that shape should be, how small that shape should be, to make them look prettier together. So now I am making these filler designs to make them to make this look more fancy, and I'm going to fill these petals just like we filled the centerpiece one. Now let's start working on our centerpiece once more. I am going to make 8 point of this circle in my head, and then I am making filler designs on these 8 points. All are equally apart from each other. I'm going to make small petals on top of this band, and then I'm going to double up the big spiral shape, and that completes this whole design. We only made a lot of U shapes and spiral shapes and petals in this design, but it looks pretty complicated and awesome. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and you can also hit on the subscribe button if you want me to make more and more of these kinds of videos in future. And this is the time for you girls to take the snapshot of this design, and you can make this or practice this design later on. You can click on these clips to watch these videos, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching, girls. Take care. Bye bye.